Welcome to Everything in Between.
We're a mother
And daughter.
with a lot to say about, well, everything.
I'm Braylon.
And I'm Lynn, and this is your show for perspective, real talk.
And feeling less alone in the chaos. I did it.
Hi, you did it.
Hi.
Is this our last podcast before maternity break?
Probably.
Maybe. It's a month away, though.
Mm-hmm.
So you might get bored and need to come back and
Maybe.
chat.
Maybe.
We haven't figured that out yet.
I'm already feeling pretty overworked in general.
Yeah. Yeah, and as you know, I'm not that excited about guests on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm either going to be talking to the camera, just me and you having a convo.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
You had a funny idea to bring on the family members.
I think that was a really short-lived idea. Which
Oh, okay.
I don't know. You were like, good luck with that.
Yeah.
You know,
It would just be, it would be interesting.
none of them are as used to video content as you or I.
Yeah.
So
It would be interesting, though.
you think so?
I think it would bring about interesting topics.
Uh-huh.
Might be a different flow than we're used to.
Yeah.
I
could
would listen
be.
to those ones.
No, I don't think you would.
Why?
By the way, she doesn't listen to,
I don't
the
see the
podcast.
point in listening to it when you recorded it.
because I honestly don't remember. And there's one that I was laughing out loud by myself at you and I talking. Laughing out loud. And this is the one on clothes.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it was so funny that day, but it was. So
Well, sometimes we are funny.
we are, but it's kind of weird when you think that you're actually funny yourself.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess everyone does a little bit.
Maybe.
So this is the kind of shit we talk about here.
Yeah.
I'm Lynn.
I'm Braylon.
It's everything in between. Welcome. Interesting topic for today.
Yeah.
You came up with talking about the ups and downs of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
What do you hear? Like, you work around some people that are entrepreneurs, right?
Mhm.
In the building
Mm-hmm.
and at the co-working. Did that spur this, or were you thinking about yourself?
I was thinking about myself, and I was just thinking about like also a lot of conversations that I see happening on Threads, because I'm very much in like the small owned business entrepreneur
Why am I not
world on Threads.
that?
I told you, get on it. She needs to get on Threads. And I just feel like it's such a common thing with entrepreneurship.
Is
that
this
it's-
mostly women on in your
Yes. Yes.
feed? Is it a feed on Threads?
Yeah.
Okay.
To feed. And it's just such a common thing that I see of like one day you're like, I'm on top of the world and I love this business and I know what I'm doing. And the next day you're like, why did I start this? And I don't know what I'm doing and this is horrible. And I don't know. I just feel like we've both started a lot of businesses and sold some and walked away from some. And so it'd be an interesting thing to discuss.
Yeah. Well, it is interesting timing because I'm not really in a business right now in my consulting work that I do, but I guess it kind
disagree.
of is.
It is your
Disagree.
own business.
That's true. That's true. And most of the time I absolutely love it. And here I am for some reason having a day like you have just last week where I'm like, this is completely stupid what I do. And why am I doing this?
See,
Asking
it's like
yourself the dumbest questions, like, because I have this great work I get to do. It's meaningful work.
Yeah.
I always enjoy it when I'm doing it. I'm paid well to do it.
Yeah.
I control my schedule, all of that. Why am I sitting there having this day where I'm like, I don't want to do this?
Yeah.
For me, I think I might just be tired.
Maybe.
And I come back to like, I always have this thing of like, I just want to stay home and maybe like,
you would get so bored.
I always say
so
like
fast.
make yogurt or
you don't
make
even
cheese.
like to watch TV. We
This
had
is
this
true.
discussion.
Maybe I would if I had more time,
Maybe.
but I would be bored.
you would get so bored so fast.
Yeah.
You like would have one day of making yogurt and then you would be like, I'm never doing this again.
I used to have a goal of becoming a cheesemaker.
Well, I thought for the longest time you wanted
But then
to
I
open
want to be packaging it and like shipping it out and selling it.
But you wanted to open a store. Do you remember this?
No, your dad
for the
wanted to open a
longest time.
store.
No, you wanted to open like a little
Oh,
like a wellness lotion yogurt. What was it?
I actually own PureLifeEssentials.com. I
Yes,
still do.
see?
Why is nobody offering me a lot of money for that?
And nobody cares.
Ooh, I bought an essential oils book.
Yeah.
And I was going to go down that whole road.
Uh-huh.
No one was doing wellness at the time.
I mean, it still is a business.
Also, I don't know if you know this one,
Yeah.
but when we were building this building, they did this odd thing when we turned the plans in where they said part of the building, it couldn't be street all up against the street.
Yeah.
They said half of it has to be back like 20 or 30 feet.
The patio?
Yeah. And we're like, why? Now we
Yeah.
have this odd thing that sticks out. That was not by design.
Yeah.
That was by, and no one else has to do that. Dirk Bentley, right? You
Yeah.
know. Anyway, we had that little thing. So I was like, ooh, what if I had a wine shop
Yes.
out in that little front
I
deal?
could see you doing that as well.
Yeah, man, I was going with it. We were going to have an app and you could be in the club and we'd have little events. And I just thought that'd be pretty fun because I was still running the ticket company.
Yeah.
So I was thinking this would be fun. I could get that going. I did a business plan.
You have had a lot of ideas then.
Oh, I forgot that until just now.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I didn't do essential oils. I cannot give up. In fact, that URL. And I might have the wine shop URL.
Yeah.
Because I had a name for it.
Yeah. Why is that?
I think it was something stupid like Vino.
Quick question. Why is that the first thing that people always want to do when they get a business idea is buy the damn domain?
I know. And then they make a website, which other than your brother-in-law, apparently makes the website last, which is
Yeah.
kind of
But
smart.
why? I just think that's so funny. The ADHD business community talks about like,
Let's go buy
how
the domain.
many
Let's go buy the domain.
domains do you own?
Yeah.
And it's probably a lot.
Well, you know, my friend Todd Watson of Show It had some domain that he ended up selling for buckets of money. So it's not stupid.
Yeah.
Like a couple $100,000 or something
That's
like
pretty
that.
cool.
He was holding it for a long time, just watching.
That's
the
not
offers.
something that I do. I'm not a domain buyer.
It was accidental for him.
I'll even like find a way to run it without a domain for a while. Like I like to do my, if I'm going to start a business, I'll do it like as scrappy and as low effort as I can until it's proven viable. And then I like will get all this stuff set up like way later.
Yeah, it is a little bit inexperienced. I did a business plan though.
Yeah.
No one wants to do the business plan.
No.
They want the logo
Uh-huh.
for something
They'll
that
make
they
an
haven't
Instagram
proven the
account.
concept. They put the Instagram account
Yeah.
on for things they have no proven concept.
Uh-huh.
Is there a revenue model? Does this actually work?
Yeah.
Do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Do you know how to do it?
So how do you I also come up with a ton of ideas. Recently I was like, I've been really into making lemonade and I was like, I could make buckets of money.
I knew
selling
there was
lemonade.
something behind this.
Like I could totally make so much money selling lemonade and it's so good. And I just thought about like, I could sell this for like $9 a jar. And I like made a whole little, not like an actual business plan, but I was just like with AI, like, okay,
Yeah.
if this is how much cost is, how much would I have to sell to market weekly to like, make money. And it was like pretty profitable
Right.
that I could do this. But then I didn't like go buy a domain or make a logo or anything. It was just like a little fun, haha. But how do you figure out between this is a fun idea and I'm actually going to do this?
Yeah. I would say a couple things.
And then I'll answer. Don't let me forget.
Yeah. Okay. Picture what you're doing every day
Okay, that's
to
good.
run that business. So what does that look like?
Yeah.
So I would say, okay, I have some time with my wine shop. Got some time in the office. Fine with that. I'm on the floor in retail hours talking to people about wine. I thought post sale that might be fun.
Yeah.
Now, maybe I'll do that in my 70s.
Yeah.
Because I really do enjoy wine, and I do think, I used to think, when I'm up north, I'll pour wine, and
Yeah.
so yeah, you got a picture do I want to interact with customers? What are those hours like? So when is my shop open?
Stuff that people are
when do I
probably
have
not
to get
thinking
up to
about.
do that?
Yeah.
What is your life like? I'm just amazed at food service people.
Yeah.
I do not understand how you get up and go serve people food every day.
Yeah.
Or how you're a chef and you just cook every damn day.
Because they love it.
Yeah. If you love something that much, then go do that. But like if you're thinking of starting a business and there's like this labor involved that you're not used to doing, you have to be ready to do that every single day, no matter if you feel like it.
Yeah.
So that's where like turning something from a hobby into a business can ruin it sometimes for people.
Is there anything else that like would help you take it from like, oh, this is such a fun idea, I'm just like thinking about and playing
There's
with,
that,
to, like,
and then it's how long do you want to do it?
yeah.
And then I think the revenue model, like,
Well, that needs to make sense, obviously.
and you know, honestly, it used to take a long time to write a business plan. We now have really great AI tools.
You make one in like 10
You
minutes.
can figure this out, right? Pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Or you can have a conversation. Now you gotta watch with Chat, because Chat loves my human executive program, which it was actually right. And to tell you the truth, it came up with the echelon idea
It did.
along with me
Yeah.
and named it. So it does have, it is a good resource to use.
Yeah.
To kind of pressure test. But I think it's more about like, you know, how do you want to spend your days?
Yeah. I think for me, it's so easy to get so excited about something.
Yes.
And think that means like, oh, I would like to do this. But I think I have to remember, like for me, it's almost like my process, if I come up with like a new business idea, is that I will like put it into my idea garden in Notion and like brain dump it all
Call
out.
it a garden?
Yeah, my idea garden.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
And I'll brain dump it all out to kind of get all of that excitement and energy out.
Yes.
And then, like, if the next day that's not there anymore, like, obviously I'm not going to pursue that. But, like, with my Notion templates, it was like I was up at night, like, writing about it and getting ideas and, like, so inspired for, like, weeks. Like, I couldn't stop talking about it. I wanted to tell everybody. And so then I knew, okay, this is something that I can keep pursuing. And I was like, well, there's no upfront cost. So I didn't have to do a business plan because it was free to start.
Well,
Very
there
minor
is that.
software costs. But I was
Sure.
like, this is just a digital product.
But you also know, like, I like making content. And if I'm going
I
to
knew
sell
those
this,
things,
I have to
yes.
make a lot of content.
Yes.
Do I know how? Yes.
Yeah.
Have I done it a lot?
I mean, I
yes.
had to learn
Do I like it?
about
Yes.
like marketing and sales psychology and like that
Yeah.
aspect because I never sold stuff before.
Did you like that part of it?
I loved it.
Well,
I'm
now
trying to
you
get
can
back into it.
Apply that to any business you
I
want.
always say that marketing is the best skill to learn if you're an ADHD person because any business idea you get, you can market it.
Yeah.
Because that's always the hard part.
Another way to do it is what your sister did with Lemon Books. So she has had a dream of a bookstore
Oh, yeah.
for a long time. And that's actually what kind of got her into accounting.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about, do we lease her a space? And we're helping her look around and all of that. And I was like, do you want to sell books every day for a long time? And she's like, I don't know. So she did a pop-up bookshop.
Yes.
And that was super smart.
Yeah.
Because
She got to see.
they got to see, and her husband got
Inventory
involved.
management and all
so
of
she
that.
liked the inventory management, liked all of that, but the consistency of like just the little bit of grunt work of like
Yeah.
loading up your car.
I mean, you wouldn't have to do that if you had a bookstore.
You wouldn't have to do the grunt work, but you would, no matter if you're in the mood.
Yeah.
You got to open that door and sell to people.
Yeah. But I think that's good is doing like a low effort testing. That's why like I always say like and the first step should not be buy a domain, create the Instagram. Like that's almost like a waste of your time.
Yeah.
You might learn stuff along the way. So in some cases it might not be a waste of time because you are like learning and getting experience. But I always find a way to start stuff super low effort, super low cost, and just test the waters.
Right.
And see if you even like
That's what people
doing
do
it.
at farmers markets. There's a lemonade gal at the farmers market.
Yes.
Right. I mean, that can roll into, you could say, I just want, and I'm at a point in my life where I just want to go to the farmers market. I love talking to people.
Once a week.
I'm going to go once a
Sell
week
my
and sell
lemonade.
lemonade.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make $500 or whatever it is.
I mean, it was more than that.
Okay.
on my
Whatever it
business
is.
plan.
Yeah. You know, and then when I'm out of the mood for that,
You can stop.
I'll stop.
Yeah.
So maybe that money gets invested or it's a fund for something else, but it's not your groceries yet
Yeah.
and your mortgage. But then you could take something like that and people could be like, you know, there's something really special about your lemonade. And
Yeah.
your brand's really cute. And you're like, okay, we're going to bottle it, you know,
Yes.
and I'm going to have employees and a little
go
shop and a
whole
little
9
factory
yards.
and go whole hog, you
Yeah.
know. But you wouldn't start there.
No.
'Cause
Or
you don't
like
really
when
know.
when I thought, maybe I'll do some ADHD coaching. I just tried it for free with people.
Right.
I just offered it for free.
Did you hate
to
it?
people that I know or knew, and then after a while I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I learned pretty quick though.
Yeah.
Only took me like 5 or 6 calls to be like, not for me.
One of the guys that I was in my Vistage group with, and then he had this really fantastic sale and doesn't need to work again, but he wants to help people. And so he thought, I'm going to create like a system to do what I did with my business. And then people can sign up and I'll consult with them. And it all sounded really good. He had a ton of fun making all the materials. He presented the materials to us.
Yeah.
He's getting ready. In fact, he looked at renting this space next to us, and he's getting ready to like rent a space. And he's like, I should probably do a few of these first. Freaking hated the day. He did one. He's like, I never want to spend 8 hours in a room with people talking about their business again in my life.
Yeah.
And so he learned. And fortunately, he didn't waste a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I think he uses his system because he does kind of consult differently with people that he invests with.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
probably learned some good, valuable nuggets though.
Yeah.
And you gained experience. You're gaining EXP,
It's a
not
good
all
old
a
EXP.
waste.
Well, on the other hand, I thought I would get bored leading Vistage groups.
Interesting.
And I think part of that is because I was in one and mine was a little boring.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know. But my chair, hopefully he's not listening, didn't make it look fun.
Yeah.
And so I didn't really think I wanted to do it. And I just honestly didn't have any other options at the time.
Yeah.
And I thought this will be the quickest way for
little
me to
bridge.
I'll just do this little bridge thing. I'll do one group.
Yeah.
And then I got into it. I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. 5 groups later, here I am.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's something interesting about, and this might also depend on like your human design, because you and I both have the same, we're both generators, which means we kind of need things to come to us and then we respond to them. We're not necessarily like always acting on our own ideas.
Really? I think
Like
we both have
people
lots of ideas.
We do have lots of ideas, but our best stuff and the stuff that we succeed the most at, somebody else has said, have you ever thought about doing this?
Well,
Would you be interested? Or like it like kind of falls into your lap.
That was your dad's idea.
Yeah. Which he's a different kind of human design.
And the
than we
building
are.
was his idea.
But it's interesting because all the stuff that I've been the most successful at too, somebody else has come to me and been like, I think you'd be great at this.
Upstairs,
yeah.
right?
Something you didn't expect.
How about your templates though?
That somebody was like, I started making them for myself. And because I was Twitch streaming, I just like put them on this little site where people could just like pay you a couple bucks if they wanted to download something. And I already had it established. So I put them on there and my friends are like, these are good. I think you need to sell them. And then I was like, oh,
you know what?
I hadn't even thought of that.
I think the generator actually is a solid entrepreneur.
Yes.
Because the idea people sometimes are very bored with execution.
Yes.
Or they don't have the skill set for it.
Yes.
They have a million ideas. Like, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Your dad designed some cover for Jeep tires or something.
Yeah.
When he's driving home from Ohio a couple years ago. I'm like, it's literally a terrible idea.
But there's something fun in also the ideation, and that's why I say like I'll just brain dump it all out because it scratches that itch. Or just like chatting, spending 15 minutes talking with chat about what if I did a lemonade thing? Like it's just kind of fun. I'm not going to ever do that.
You're not?
But there's something
Is that
fun
not what this is about? Is
about
this you announcing your
No.
lemonade company?
if there's just something fun about like talking through it and like ideating and thinking about it. But then all of the stuff that I've been the most successful at was not my own idea to begin with.
Wow. I hadn't thought of that. That's interesting. I didn't do the wine store, which was my idea. I might one day.
There's
I don't
not
really
like you can't
know,
ever,
though.
you know.
You know, the thing is, what I like, and I know this about myself, so maybe for people that are listening and thinking, you got to know who you are. I do not like people telling me where to be when.
Oh, I'm the same way.
Yeah. And so when I lose that freedom of my schedule,
Yeah.
it gets nasty. When I
it's
taught
not
piano
fun.
lessons when you guys were little, sometimes I would see Joey coming walking up the door at 3 o'clock and be like, I do not feel like teaching you a lesson.
No,
It's
literally.
literally ruined my whole day that you're here.
Yeah.
Because I was going to be
that
like in a
same
book
thing.
or something, you know?
I
And
want the freedom of the choice.
I mean, I schedule things, but I am so in control of my calendar.
Yeah.
That I'd never have that feeling. I say that to say retail might not be for me.
No.
Because it's the
Unless
same
you
every
had someone
day.
else managing it or something, you know.
How about this bakery guy down here? Wednesday to Sunday, 8 to 12.
That's not a bad schedule.
So he's in there baking probably at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
But he's got, I guess that's only 2 days off.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah. I think not everybody has that same desire to have that much freedom over their schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like being like told.
Have you seen these little stores though in really small towns? They just open them when they feel like it.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah,
oh, we're not
antique store
open
over
today.
there is like that.
the whole gone fishing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the weather's nice. I'm out on my boat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come buy a book tomorrow.
That was in Montana. There were all of these signs that were just like, the weather's nice. I'm out.
It really doesn't
I'll be
work.
back someday soon. Like, don't know when. When we were in Alaska too, same thing. It was like, I'm gone for the day.
There's this family, in my neighborhood, and the farm had this building that was a machine shed. And the owner, when they converted everything to this neighborhood, decided that, the lights just went off. Hello. Sorry. The owner decides, let's make this into a coffee shop.
Yeah.
So he goes to this family, and I'm pretty sure he presents them with the idea of make a coffee shop. And the parents in the generation, she was a good baker. So they were like, okay, cool. That's how this evolved, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll have cupcakes, which is what they started with.
Yeah.
And she ends up teaching the daughters, and the daughters had some barista experience. That's just all I know about the situation. 20 some years later,
They're still there.
they are still there.
They're still cooking.
Dad is still, Kurt, who's the middle generation, is still, he's there every day, but I think Sunday or Monday. And then they've taught the recipes down.
Yeah.
And now his son is like GMing it.
Mm-hmm.
But they're there every stinking day.
Yeah, they have to love it.
Yeah. And I'm like, what if you just get up one day and you don't feel like making coffee?
Yeah.
So like you and I in our little office job things.
Very different.
Yes.
Because in an office job, you can just get up and be like, I'm not going to do anything
Not doing
today.
it today. I worked at my kitchen counter today because I just didn't feel like officing.
Yeah, it's nice.
So I was just sitting at my counter. Now, you could say, I have to be at my meetings, but it's once a month, and I literally
And it's
never
3
dread
days.
them. I never dread them.
3 days out of a month is not bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
How do you feel? We talked.
Are you
going to
present an idea at the end of this?
No.
Oh, okay.
We talked a little bit at the beginning about. I want to talk more about like how sometimes you wake up and you're just like, why did I start this business? And what do you do on those days? And just how that's super normal.
Yeah. I mean, when I had a company, right? So it was different than an individual business.
Yeah.
But I think you have the same emotions, and I know most of the leaders I work with do. And there would be times where you're riding high and it's like, this is the best thing ever. I think the money side was the main factor. I'm not sure.
In what way?
If there was cash flow crunch, I hated it.
Yeah.
And then I would be like, we suck. Everybody sucks. I'd walk in and I'd be like, in my head, I'm like, you suck and you suck and you suck.
What
and
about,
I loved these people, but
what about even now in your own thing? You said
Yeah.
sometimes there's days where you're like, why do I do this?
yeah, that doesn't happen often. But I had one last week where it was like, wonder what I'd rather be doing. I think honestly, it's
Do you think
fatigue.
it's just a bad day?
Yeah, I think it's fatigue.
And then it seeps into that's all you're thinking about. So then the bad day juices are just oozing into your business.
I think it's, for me, maybe nervous system overload.
Yeah.
And what I'm realizing is that I have a therapist now.
Oh, cool.
That my nervous system has been so taxed.
That's new.
I know.
Since when?
She's real cute. I've had 2 sessions.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But what I'm realizing is that my nervous system has been taxed for 20 odd years.
Yeah.
Without relief.
Uh-huh.
And
You definitely operate like at a very high strung level.
Right. And so like perfectionism and
Yes.
like doing things well and succeeding and all of that really
Yeah.
plays a part. And so I just started talking to my nervous system. Like when I wake up in the morning and I feel jittery and I don't have,
There's no reason
there's
to.
no reason, but it's just trained.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that really helped me. I was like, oh, it's just trained to do this because that was how
That's
it got
the
through the
pattern.
last 25 years.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like, hey, buddy, it's okay. You know, my nervous system I've named Buddy.
Oh, cute.
And it's like, it's okay, man. You don't have to ramp up today.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's calling for that. So it's got to be fatigue.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because a lot of women, business owners, talk about that it will be in relation to their cycle. So like during their
I don't
luteal
have
phase,
one.
I know. So that's interesting. That's fascinating. And same with me. Like I would say, I think being ADHD, you're more affected by your hormonal cycle. So like a lot of ADHD business owners like literally won't schedule or do anything during their luteal phase.
Smart.
Because they're like, the confidence is not there and I feel like everything is stupid. But being pregnant, obviously haven't had a cycle the last 9 months, but I've still had those days where I'm like, why do I do this? This is literally so stupid. Like, I'm not good at this. Like, why am I doing this? Why did I
know.
start this?
You
and then I
question
literally have to be like,
everything.
okay, I need to just like step away from the internet today and like not think about this, because I do think that it's just a bad day that oozes into your business because you're like so focused on that. So it has nowhere else to ooze into. Like the same thing could happen with your relationship. If you're having a bad day,
Yeah, you're like, why am I married to
yes,
this person?
you could totally have that same kind of thing because it's like, it's just
It's
right
not,
there.
I was just going to say, it's not a lot different. You know, there's days where you're like, why do we have so many kids? You know?
Yeah.
Like, why'd we do this to ourselves?
Yeah, like a hard
Seemed
day
like
with
a
your
good,
kids.
It seemed
Yeah.
like a good idea, but now they're all crying at the same time. So
Yeah.
it's like, what the hell did we do this for?
Yeah, it's like a bad day, but that's what you're doing on that bad day. So your frame of referencing it to be like, well, the business is stupid, when in reality you're just having a bad day
So you were saying,
or a bad set of days. Or
when do you pull out?
yeah, how do you know? Like when? Have you ever had times where it's like a lot of days in a row where you're like, oh,
I've
this
had
sucks?
seasons.
Yeah,
But honestly, I believe that it's been when the financial pressure was hard.
yeah, that's it
Like
for you.
finance makes everything awful.
Well, especially when you have employees and stuff like that.
Yeah. But if you're, you know, in most businesses, like cash flow is the whole thing. A lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah.
That
You
the
know-
art to managing cash.
I definitely tend to get more frustrated with my Notion templates when I'm not making as much money. And then it's like you get in this cycle where you're going to take actions because you're not cash flowing that are actually going to make your cash flow worse.
100%.
Like
And
you
your
get
mindset
into this
and all
head
that.
space and this mindset that's not helpful.
If you
at all.
If you're financially, I'm going to make a guess. If your company is crushing
Yeah.
and you're exceeding your expectations and you have no cash flow issues, right? And at the same time, you're not enjoying it,
Yeah.
then I would say that might be actually something to think about.
Yeah.
Because if you're questioning and then you say, the first thing I would do is say, well, where is the financial pressure?
Yeah.
And like sometimes the financial pressure at home, if your business isn't performing as well as you need to, then that seeps in.
Or it could even be like you have a really crummy client.
Yeah.
That's like, you know,
Yeah.
you temporarily, like you're cash flowing and you're doing all this stuff, but you have an awful bad egg of a client that's making you be like, this is yucky. I don't like this.
I mean, you know me, I would say use AI to distinguish what's really going on. And, you know, I you know the story where I put stuff in there because I thought I was having a serious problem with one of my groups. And it turns out
You
there
just
were
didn't
just
like it.
two people.
Yeah.
No, there's
Oh,
two
two
people that were
people.
at risk at leaving. And I'm thinking, everybody's leaving. And this group is going to fall apart.
Yeah.
And when I put data in, I actually put data in and chat was like, nope, you don't have a group problem.
You have a
don't need
person.
to solve. You have two people at risk. That's it.
Yeah, I can help you see. I feel like it's really easy to have blind spots
Yes.
when you're
or
when you're
you
an
make a
entrepreneur.
story
Yeah.
around your feelings. So maybe you said, when do you know? Maybe journal what those feelings are so you can look back and go, okay, for a month, I've been hating every time I have to talk to this client on the phone.
Yeah,
Or for a month, I've been hating that I had to go in at 8:00,
whatever it is.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
and check that out. But my guess is it's a lot of times it's tied to money.
Yeah.
money just, it's sad, but it makes everything more fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think that every business you should get into and just keep doing forever? Like,
I think you should have a reason why you want to do it and an exit, like how you want to get out of it and when.
interesting.
From the
Like,
start.
From the start.
Start with the end in mind. It's actually a book. Start with the end in mind.
Hmm.
People start businesses for really weird reasons because they have
Yeah.
an idea.
Yeah.
Okay, how does this fit into your life? What's your next 10 years? What's your 5 years? Maybe somebody will say, you know, here's a business I want to do while my kids are young.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be really fun and they can help. And then I'm just going to fold it. Like it's not, you know, and it's going to be for a season. Or I want to build something that's a legacy that I hand down. I mean, you have all the different things.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Like the bookstore sister, sometimes still talks about having a brick and mortar bookstore.
Yeah, she
And it's-
definitely will
right?
probably do that at some point.
Well, she got excited about getting her CPA,
Yeah.
which I think she'll end up with her own firm, but she might not.
Yeah.
You know, if anyone is capable of running a business, it's her. She's great. And so she's talking and very excited about the new thing and the CPA and how she's going to work out the schooling and the training with having her baby and all of that.
Yeah.
And she got to the end of it and we talked about it for a while. I said, how does this fit into the bookstore?
Yeah.
And she was like, like she had forgot about the bookstore
Yeah.
for a moment. And then she was kind of sad.
Yeah.
Because she knows like a CPA is going to be much better financially for her and a bookstore is going to be, you know, a hobby thing. And she's like, maybe dad will do that. Like when he wants to
retires.
retire and the kids are small.
They can do it
And he
together.
can run a little store. He's always dreamed of running a store of some kind.
Yeah. He'd be great at that.
He used to think he'd be behind the bar. I think he'd be terrible.
At drinks?
Yeah.
I don't know. Some ADHD people excel as bartenders.
Yeah. I think he had this dream that he would own a bar, and after we sold our
that's
company,
grunt work. I could not see him.
Doesn't it
enjoying
sound
that as
terrible?
Have you ever seen a 65-year-old bartender? 'Cause
yeah,
I
they
never
look
have.
exhausted.
I've never seen
They
one.
look like they're 80.
Yeah. I've never seen one of somebody that is that old.
Yeah. I mean, Garrett looks tired all the time. He's our bartender over
He's
at
like
Postino.
27.
I know. He looks like
Yeah.
he's 40. Sorry. I don't think he's probably listening either.
But
Tired
yeah,
all the time.
That is interesting.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Did this come about because did you spend some time thinking about a lemonade company?
Just like an hour. Maybe
Oh,
less.
only an hour.
Maybe even less.
Yeah.
It was just like it's like a fun little thought experiment.
I
you know?
mean, there are you could.
Yeah, totally.
You know, you could totally just do a little farmer's market
it ended
thing.
real fast because I did what you said, and I was like, do I want to go to a market on the weekends at like 7 a.m. and set up a tent? And
I
like,
really don't.
have to get all these supplies. No, I don't.
No. And that's the piece, like, unless you come in with a team and they're like,
Yeah.
hi, Miss Braylon's here. You know,
Yeah.
you're like, at that point, you're like, I just give you my recipe. Can you make the lemonade?
Yeah.
And I'll just show up and drink
But
lemonade with people.
I have thought about that, you know, these days college is like very much so more optional than when we were younger.
Right.
So I've thought about if my kids want to start a business, I could definitely help them start it.
There is a very
and then
good
I'm not
chance they
doing
will.
I'm not the one doing the grunt work.
There's a very good chance.
So if they want to, even as like a 7-year-old, you know, those kids that like started selling slime and now
Yeah.
they have these multi-million-dollar slime companies that they started when they were like 11 years old. Like if my kid like gets into something and they're super hype about it, like I'll for sure help them.
I think there is
Start
the thing,
that.
too. Like, I don't know if you've seen the little boy that designs designer clothes
Yes.
and he's on the runway.
Yes.
And he started when he was like 5.
Yes.
He had to sew.
Yes. There's
Like-
some people that like it is innate. They have
Right.
to do the thing that they're doing. You only hope that you find
That's
that at some point
very-
in your life.
Very unusual.
To find it at 5 is crazy. Some people go their whole lives, they're like 80 and they're like, oh, I realized I like painting. And now they're a magnificent painter and they're like 82. Yeah.
And I think the other thing is, you know, there's a lot of weight on being a business owner.
Yeah.
And I think your oldest sister feels this. Like, she really wants the freedom to be on her own. And yet the pieces of it, like the money part, the planning, she very quickly short circuits on
Well, you
that
have
stuff.
to wear all the hats.
Right. And so I think
to wear
sometimes
every single hat.
if that's how you are, maybe you just want to be in a partnership with someone.
I was going to say, you might need a business partner.
Right. So if you have these fantastic ideas
And you're good at some execution.
and you
don't want to wear every hat.
but you don't want that back end piece of it.
Yeah.
You know, like even Echelon, having your sister do the back end.
Yeah.
It's
And
fantastic.
like me
Yeah.
doing a lot of stuff that Lucas doesn't want to do.
Right. Right.
Like Lucas had his own design firm and was like, I don't want to do sales calls. I don't want to talk to clients.
So it works
and I'm
nicely.
like, well, I'm fine to do that. That's easy peasy for me. I don't care.
Right. I mean, there are, in every company, you have to have some kind of a product. So you have some sort of operational
service.
piece.
Yeah.
You have to sell it and you have to account for it.
Yeah.
So those are the 3 hats.
Yeah.
And most people don't want to do all 3 of those.
No.
So a true entrepreneur is like, I'm going to figure that out.
Yeah.
I'll hire my sister-in-law to do the books, but I'm going to... Even if you hire someone to do the books, you have to know them if you're the person.
Yeah.
Like, you still have to understand the way the business works. The accountant is just cleaning up.
Yeah. I mean, a good accountant these days will help guide you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's true. I wouldn't want to say that if you have 0 financial aptitude, you should never start a business.
No,
but
because
you will
you
need
can
to
get
learn.
the help. Yeah.
You will need to learn.
They'll guide you.
Yeah. I have a member and she's got a fantastic company and she's a practitioner. And so she is all about the passion for what she does. And she presented to her company to the group and she hired a fractional accountant, CFO, because she was like, I don't know that piece of the business.
Yeah.
And so she just handed it off to this woman and didn't take time to understand because in her mind, she's like, I'm a practitioner. She's going to do the understanding.
Yeah.
Comes time for her to present. She does the presentation that her CFO made for her, and she didn't understand it enough to answer questions in the room.
Oh.
So then she just said, you know what, y'all? Like, I didn't do this. My CFO did. I don't know the answers to your questions.
Yeah.
And they said, you're going to have to go get those. So she did. And she's now realized I do not need the CFO.
Oh.
Because she's now using Claude to analyze her finances and help her make decisions. And she is grown leaps and bounds just by her use of that. So you can learn those pieces.
Totally. You can learn
that
anything.
You think that you can't.
I mean, I was like, well, I don't know anything about marketing or sales psychology, so I guess I'm just going to go learn.
That's funny because now I look at you as an expert.
Yeah. I mean, it's been like 4 years.
But you used to say, the marketing. Like,
yeah.
And so we tell ourselves what we're good at.
Limiting beliefs.
What we're not good at. What we know and don't know. And, and most of us, there are so many ways to learn all the pieces.
Oh, yeah. You can learn literally anything on YouTube.
Right.
If some people need extra hand holding, and in that case, like you can pay for a course. And it'll have step-by-step modules and examples and things. But if you're more of a self-starter, self-learner, YouTube is great. So much free guidance and education on there.
Yeah. Have we shut down any businesses?
I mean, just like ideas that we didn't follow through on.
Sure.
Right? Like stuff that we tried, we explored, and then we're like, maybe not for me.
I spent quite a bit of time on the wine shop.
Yeah.
You know, and then we were looking at a market when we had a home up in wine country. And then we did the business plan on it and started talking about it with people. And they were like, they don't make any money.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have pizza and ice cream and other stuff in there. You can't just have
the market.
A cute little grocery.
You were looking at
so
like
it's
an old building.
So now we're a restaurant.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah. It is funny because I feel like you get drawn down these little paths of exploration. And I feel like some people might think to themselves, like a less entrepreneurial person might think immediately like that's a waste of my time.
Oh, no, it's really good time spent.
But you learn so much. I feel like every time I've kind of gone down this hypothetical business path, like I learned something that's really valuable that I might not have known had I not done that. So I always look at it as, one, it's fun.
Right.
So you're having fun.
Right.
2, you're going to learn something out of that, even if you don't end up following through with that idea. Yeah, I never think it's a waste of time.
I forgot completely about my whole essential oil thing.
You did. That's so funny.
Really
and then you were going to sell like soaps and stuff. It's
Yeah.
going to be like a soap shop. I remember this. You talked about it for so long.
We also had the idea to have a distillery up north. We probably would have blown up our garage or something.
Yeah.
We had a name for that and everything. We were going to distill like spirits and put like juniper berries and things
This is
that
why
were from up north.
I do. I take everything that you and Dad say with a grain of salt.
Why? We've done like 7
because
things.
I know, but there's so many things that you're like, we're gonna do this, and I'm like, okay.
Hey, we go in with a lot of confidence.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, also sometimes even in the launching, you will question. So,
Oh, I did want to talk about that. Like,
Yeah.
what does building phase look like versus like running it phase?
oh, interesting.
Because the building it
depends.
is the funnest part, in my opinion.
Oh.
But that might just be me, where I love the building phase. That's like, I am
And then
great at starting stuff.
I think most
but
people
I am
like that.
not the finisher.
I think most people think that is the fun part.
Like my husband is a finisher, and that's great because I am not. I am great at getting the whole team started, but I need someone else to swoop in and finish the job.
So Patrick Lencioni has Working Genius, where he has every project has like 8 people that it needs.
Oh, okay.
And you've got there's several in the ideation phase. Like one is just the big idea.
Yeah.
Like maybe your dad fits there.
Yeah.
There is no teeth to it at all.
Yeah.
Then somebody else, maybe you and I.
Yeah.
We take that idea and we're like, oh yeah, here's how we're going to do that. Right. We don't always want to do it.
No.
Right. So then you have some executors who like to start it. And then you have people that are like cheerleaders and they're like, yay, go. And they're project managing. And then you have finishers.
Yeah.
So there's 8 of them.
Yeah.
I don't remember what they are.
That's interesting.
And it's important to know, like, if you have a partner,
or even just yourself.
do the Working Genius.
How many of those can you do?
Yeah. If you're by yourself, you're all 8 at some point.
I mean, unless you're gonna, oh, I can't do these 2. I gotta find some people to help me.
Yeah, it's really helpful to do like culture index, things like that, to know who you are, and then what am I lacking. So if I'm either gonna do the shit that I don't like,
Yeah.
or I'm gonna have to get a partner,
Yeah.
or hire somebody. But at least you know where those gaps are.
Yeah, like when I do a personal project, like for a client, like a Notion template, oh, I'm so giddy up at the beginning, and then it's really hard for me. The only thing that motivates me to like wrap those up and finish them is that I'm going to get paid
Yeah.
at the end.
But so then you do make yourself
so
do
like
that.
I do it, but I just know it's not my strength.
and you do good work.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, I gotta
Yeah,
crank that
yeah,
thing
it's
out.
like not my
If I had an underling that
it's
could do it,
not
that would
my
be great.
strength at all.
Yeah.
But I know that, so I can adapt
Right.
and make sure.
Yeah,
like,
you and your brother-in-law have like the complementary skills along the way there. Don't you?
Yeah.
Pretty good on Echelon.
I mean, he definitely is good at like doing and finishing. But I'm more of the giddy up, let's get going person.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Well, when we went to build this building, which you can call, I didn't really think about it that it was a business.
The building,
Yeah.
yeah, it has a
So,
name though.
Yeah, for context, we wanted a home that we thought, well, let's do it for our company. And then we said, let's do a building.
Yeah.
Had this whole idea for the multi-story and all of that. Thrive came later, and So Tall, the bar, came later. And I don't think we ever thought we'd still be here this many years later.
Really?
But we both at different times backed out
And you have almost sold it
so many times.
a few times. It's been
Yes.
listed for
I
sale.
wanna- It's like a child I can't give away.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was funny because there was one time where I wanted out so bad. And then I sent your dad down to talk to the architect and the builder that we were working with. And I said, you have to go tell him. I can't tell him. And then the architect was like, oh, I was really looking forward to seeing that come to fruition. And then there was another time when he wanted out. And so, yeah, I mean, if you have a partner, like that's helpful, but there are usually times that you want to quit in the build phase because something doesn't go the way that you thought.
Yeah.
And so it's either harder or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, the opportunities are
The build
so
phase for
huge.
me is like so much dopamine. That's like the most fun part. But
But-
then it's
but-
the maintaining and the everyday running that's
that's why
boring.
business ownership is so interesting because those
Like,
kind
I
of
feel like
people
that's a
don't
true
have the
entrepreneur.
ideas.
Yes, like I'm the true entrepreneur,
Yeah.
and then I just want to keep starting new stuff.
Yes.
What do they call that? A serial entrepreneur.
Yeah, a little bit.
Which is
But-
why I like doing little things, so I can just keep I can just have a roster and I can just keep adding on little tiny things that, oh, that's a new service that I offer. Like,
would you have known though that you would want to go to a co-working space every day? Did you know that?
I think that even if I didn't work for the co-working space, I would work at a co-working space.
Okay.
But it's the freedom of having the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have set hours. Mm-hmm. I mean, roughly.
Because it's yours.
Because it's mine.
Yeah.
So, like, if, let's say, I moved to a different state, I talked about how funny would it be if I went and, like, worked for Kiln in California.
Right.
You're like, well, you're not going to want to be there at the hours that they
8
tell
to
you
5.
that you're going to have to be there.
Damn
Like,
it.
I would hate that. I would absolutely hate that. But if they were like, oh, you're so great at this, we'll give you the freedom to show up kind of whenever you want. And, you know, just make sure you're here. Like, that would be fine.
Probably
but
not.
I like being around people. Like, I could never work from home.
Mm.
So in the beginning, I did work very strict hours
lot of
there.
hours.
Over the years, it's gotten more and more and more flexible.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's because I realized that that's like truly what I need to be most happiest. Like, one of the things I say that makes me feel so rich in life is that I don't have to use an alarm.
Yeah,
I
that's
never
pretty
have an
rich.
alarm to set.
Yeah.
I don't wake up to an alarm. I just wake up when I wake up.
Mm-hmm.
And that like I feel bougie
That's-
as hell.
that is pretty
That
bougie.
is like rich
You should
as hell
enjoy
for
that.
me.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, I just love knowing that like I never have to set an alarm.
Yeah.
And the days that I do, because I have a weird meeting or something, I'm like, oh, fuck this. I hate this.
Yeah.
This is the worst. Why did I
know.
do this?
Yeah, even travel.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I just stopped booking morning travel.
Oh, yeah.
That is a game changer. Book your flights in the afternoon or the evening, and you don't have to wake up and rush.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we drove to California recently, we were like, why are we waking up early? Let's just wake up when we wake up and leave when we feel like leaving. We left at like 10:30. It was great.
All calm and chill.
There was no rushing, no running around the house.
So the point is, if some people like structure,
Some people like structure.
then you build it that way.
Yeah.
But you've got to know, if you don't like structure and you're going to go into a retail that opens at 8 every
You
morning,
have to, it has to match.
please don't do that.
Yes.
Please don't do that.
Yeah. It needs to match
find
your
the best partner.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
Your business should match your lifestyle. And the cool thing is you can make it do that. If you want to be a service provider that works like 2 p.m. to 8 p.m., you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't have to wake up early, and just because you have clients, you can say, these are my working hours.
Right.
When you sign on with me,
That
you
is-
know
that is
this
the
is when I
world
work
today.
Yeah. Yep.
It
And
did
it's-
not used to be.
There's people that are service providers that do everything completely asynchronous. So they don't even do calls.
Mm-hmm.
You're emailing back and forth, you're telegramming, you're, you know, whatever, doing voice notes back and forth, but they're never hopping on a call with you. Or with Loom. You can just send
Why
people
do
a
we have
Loom,
so many
and they
calls
send people
right now?
you a Loom back.
Why do we have calls?
I use Loom with all my clients. It is so nice. Like,
Okay.
instead of hopping on a call for a Notion thing, I'm just like, here's a little 5-minute Loom. I send it over to you. Watch it when you want. Send me a little 5-minute Loom back. It's genius. When I work with a client that uses Loom, I'm like, yes. This is
Fantastic.
great. Yeah, I don't have to hop on a call with
Yeah,
you.
some of these shifts are slow.
If I have a Notion
So-
client that wants to get on calls all the time, I'm like, oh,
All right, I kind of want to think about my wine
it's the
store again.
worst.
No.
I mean, you have a whole month sabbatical coming up.
Yeah, that's not on
But
my
I mean, no,
roster.
maybe it's just, maybe you spend a few days, like, just for fun ideating things.
Yeah.
Future ideations.
But then as soon as I think about that, I'm like, I just want someone else to run it. So then what's the point?
I don't know. It's fun
You
to
know.
think about, you know? I learned something.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have an eye-opening aha
Maybe.
moment
Maybe.
by thinking about things you don't normally think
Or maybe
about.
we'll revive Pure Essentials and sell the shea butter that we talked about. Is it shea butter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Conversation at dinner that turned into, let's have shea butter.
This family cannot have a dinner out without somebody thinking of a goddamn business idea. It is ridiculous.
It is funny.
And only 2% of them ever come to light.
Oh, but those are fun.
But those are very fun conversations.
and they work. They are a lot of fun.
Uh-huh.
They're a
They get
ton of
people
fun.
fired up.
I
Whole family
know.
gets fired up.
Yeah.
And then nothing happens.
That's just as well.
Yeah.
Just as
But
well.
it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to be a family that over dinner we're talking about
Mhm.
what business are we starting, or
And then you know
who's
me,
doing
I'm going to
what.
try to talk you out of it.
And then
You
someone's
come
going to
me
buy a
with an idea.
domain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna, if anybody wants to buy purelifeessentials.com, great domain. It's not going to come cheap for you.
Are you sure you still own it? Someone's going to go snatch it out
Pretty
from
sure
under
I
you.
do.
Better be careful.
Pretty sure I do.
Better go check.
I got a couple weeks before this airs. What's your current obsession? Lemonade?
No, I mean, that definitely has been one.
How is that? I don't understand. Why do you make lemonade? You could just buy really good lemonade at Trader Joe's.
It's not the same.
Okay.
Does not taste the same.
Where are you getting
at
the
all.
lemons, though?
The grocery store.
But that's expensive.
50 cents a lemon.
Holy crap.
So I use like a 32-ounce mason jar.
Right.
And I use 2 lemons.
Okay.
And I use about a little under half a cup of sugar.
Okay.
And then I fill it the 32
I mean,
ounce
we made
mason jar.
lemonade when we had 300 lemons on our tree.
Yeah, but you can make 1 serving of the 32 ounces. You shake it up in there and you fill it with ice, and it's freaking delicious. It's so good. It is. Lemonade from the
she
store
literally
is garbage.
sells those for $9.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Right.
She sells them for $9.
Mm-hmm.
Except I would make real syrups or syrups with real fruit.
Yeah, she puts sugar in.
Just the Torani.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's kinda
I would
weird.
do real fruit syrups, and
No, she did granulated sugar.
that's what you do.
Why?
Well, that is how you make lemonade.
Why?
White sugar and lemon juice, but I mix my lemon juice and my white sugar and a little bit of water in a small
So
thing
it's not
until
grainy
it's
and
dissolved.
gritty?
No, it's not grainy or gritty at all. Okay. And then like a whole thing filled with ice, pour that lemonade mixture in, fill it with water, and then I shake the shit out of it, and it is so good. Yeah, it's not grainy at all. It dissolves. It's perfect. It's delicious. But that's not my obsession. I think there's just something that citrus and like fruit tastes really good when you're pregnant. Like so good.
I
Like
could see
on
that.
another level.
You might not even want it
Like
when you're not
oranges
pregnant.
and cherries and everything is so
Cherries
good.
are not citrus.
I know, but it's fruit.
They're tart.
Yeah. And then my current obsession at the moment is that Trey and I started watching this reality TV show called Love Island, which is probably one of the
Didn't
trashiest.
we just talk about this yesterday?
No.
No.
I talked about a different show.
Okay.
This is probably one of the trashiest reality TV shows that you could watch, but the beauty of it is it's on 6 days a week.
Oh.
And it's almost like live time. Like they're secluded on a villa in Fiji, a couple miles away from where they're currently filming Survivor, which is really funny. They can like hear the
been to
fireworks and
Fiji.
stuff. So, but it's on like 6 days a week, and you get to vote on stuff. And so it's just like a really great, we have a lot of time on our hands right now. So it's nice to have like an hour to an hour and a half of TV every night to watch, like guaranteed. And yeah, it's been fun.
Your kid's going to get exposed to some funny stuff.
Yeah, we do watch a lot of TV.
Yeah. It'll be
So
it'll
we're
be
having
interesting.
fun. There's no other TV show that's on 6 days a week.
The news.
Yeah, but it's not like, and it's for 6 weeks.
Right.
It's like, it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been really fun.
That is really fun.
He gets really into it. We just talk a lot of shit about them. It's great.
Yeah, you always kind of like that.
Oh, I love reality TV.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
we watch
did
a
a lot
lot
of
of
that.
reality TV.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But this is trashy and it's good.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
I had one and it left me.
Oh, no.
I know.
We were talking about lemonade. Does that trigger it back?
No. Oh, my harmonica.
Harmonica.
Yeah. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
My dad played guitar, played banjo, played one song on the piano, and I played piano. And then he had a couple harmonicas. And he used to have these things where he would strap it around and he could play his guitar and play the harmonica at the same time. Well, I listen to a lot of folk.
Yes.
And I realized, like, there's harmonica lines in here. They're pretty cool. And so I snatched his harmonicas when we were going through his stuff. And I just have had them sitting in a drawer for forever. And I decided this is the year I'm going to learn to play the damn harmonica. And so I did a YouTube lesson.
Yeah.
Like maybe 3 months ago. And I was like, oh, this is so easy. I didn't realize, like, it's all in one key.
Yeah.
And I understand how chords work. And so I was like, this is super easy, actually.
Yeah, but it's the breath control.
That's really not even that hard. I played flute.
Oh.
So I've had the background for
Yeah.
breath control, all of that. I took one lesson literally. I'm not very good, but I will tell you I can play along with multiple songs on my station as long as it's in the key of C. So now I got to get some other harmonicas apparently. But it's just kind of funny because I have it out like all the time in the house now.
Oh, that's
and if
so
my
cute.
playlist is on, I grab it. I'm like, I'm going in.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is really funny. And at one point, your dad was like, oh, that was actually kind of good. And I don't know if you know Piano Man, Billy Joel. Mm-hmm. It's like one of the most famous harmonica little riffs.
Yeah.
And the guy on my lesson was like, it's actually really easy to play and it's impressive. So I'm working on that. I haven't broken it out for
That's
you guys
a really
yet.
fun party trick.
I know, right?
Next time you're
Yeah.
with a group of people.
Yeah, Grandma's playing the harmonica. And then I was like, oh, what are we going to do with the grandkids? I'm like, I'll probably put musical instruments in their hands.
Yeah.
You know,
Little
I'll give them little things to
drums.
play.
Yeah.
And, because I know your husband's going to teach them golf and Winnie and Lucas are going to teach him music, and Dad's
Yeah.
going to ride bikes with him all the time. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what am I going to do?
Teach him piano.
I'm going to teach him the musics.
The piano would
I'll
be
get
great.
all the little instruments that they have, because I used to teach little kids music lessons,
Yeah.
and they can do tambourines, they can learn rhythm. I'll at least be able to tell you, your child has no rhythm. Don't even
Yes.
worry.
Yeah.
I would like keep them in sports, you know. But that probably won't be true,
Yeah.
because you get a lot of music in you.
I have almost
So
perfect.
obsessed
I have
with my
almost perfect
harmonica.
pitch.
You what?
I have almost perfect pitch,
Yeah, it's
and I can
pretty-
pitch match
Yeah,
like just by ear.
yeah. It'll be very interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my
That's fun.
kind of my little fun obsession, and it's like an outlet for me.
Yeah.
And it just, I
I
can
like
never
it.
find my harmonica because it's always on a different counter. I don't have a spot for it. I'm like
need,
grabbing it.
different room.
And by the way, my pets hate it, and they
Yeah.
both go running out every time I play.
They're like, what is this noise?
Yeah, too funny.
That's funny.
Oh, this was awesome.
That was good.
Yeah.
Good topic.
You come up with good topics.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you're the production manager officially.
Apparently.
You are the producer of this show.
I don't know. Are these guys the producers?
I don't know what they do. They just hang out with us and listen. Oh, awesome. Well, I'm Lynn.
I'm Braylon.
This is Everything in Between. Thanks for listening.